Welcome cartoonists. We've been set a little bit of a challenge today by Gus and his sister Emily, who fancy themselves as DJs. So I'm going to show you how to draw a cartoon DJ. It can be a boy or a girl because you can't really tell. It's got a hat and sunglasses, so it works for everybody. We start with an N shape on the top, like the top of the hat. And this is the peak, it's going off to the side. That is the peak going off to the side. So there's a line going up, a line going up to join it, and just that little bit at the end. And that is the hat. That's all we need for the hat. And that's a good start. Starting at the top of the page and working our way down. That's like a W shape. These are the sunglasses. And if you just shade those bits mostly in and leave a couple of white bits of paper showing through, there's the glare of the spotlights or the disco lights on those glasses. Okay, and nose, you've got a line going across and a line going down for the mouth. And that's it. We're keeping this really simple because the main focus is going to be on the decks and the speakers and everything. So I want to try and fit everything in. Instead of ears on the side, we're doing these great big like rounded rectangles, and those are the headphones. It's a simple way of drawing headphones. Just a little bit of detail, a couple of lines going down. And that is the like the headband. Again, a little bit of detail on the top just to break it up a little bit. It's like a little pad on the top. And then the shape of the face coming down, and that little shadow under the lip that I always do. And there we've got the head. Now, round neck t-shirt, but you can see it goes quite far up the side of the face. That's because this DJ is hunched over a little bit. And we're going to start the shoulders there. Those are the shoulders. Pause if you're getting behind because I am sort of moving along a little bit. That's the start of the arms coming off the shoulders. There's the sleeves or the cuff on the edge of the sleeve, like the hem. Just close those off. That's the t-shirt. Top of the t-shirt done. Just short lines because we don't see much of the upper arm. That's the elbow. Upper arm, elbow. Again, pause anytime you like. I am moving along and you're drawing this for the first time. I understand that completely. So there's the forearm coming down. Again, not too long. We're working our way down the cartoon. We're seeing where it takes us. So these are the fingers. It's quite tricky drawing the fingers. We'll work on this hand in a minute. So that's like an angle there. Follow the angle, and again. And that'll do for the hand because it's moving quite rapidly on these, like mixing these records. So that's all we need. Just a simple drawing of a hand. There's the thumb sticking up. This one's at a different angle, it's straight down with a little bump on the end. And those are the fingers just pressing down on that record, and there's the thumb again on the other side. Just doing the best you can. And it's a funny cartoon, don't forget. It's just a funny cartoon, so don't worry about getting it too accurate. Right, these are the old-fashioned records, vinyl records. I don't know if you've ever seen a vinyl record. And they're sat on these decks, on the top of this DJ deck. So you just follow that line. It's like a big oval with a line underneath. And that's just a little bit of detail to show that's what the records sit on. Now this line is like the top of the deck, and these are the needles. You're going to have to ask somebody a little bit older than yourselves, what is this mystical device? But these are the needles that lie on the record to make the music come out. Incredible technology. And this is like a tabletop. Just putting some buttons on there just for extra detail. Don't know what they do. And a big long line going along, and that is basically a tabletop with 2 discs on top of that. A little bit of shadow underneath. There's the sleeves of the t-shirt. That's the finishing off the top of that table there, a little bit of depth to that. And lines going down at an angle, so we're kind of looking from above, and that will give that impression, that perspective there. So now we can put the sides of the body on finally, and they sort of finish just at the top of that table. So now we're getting ready for any sort of background, what we'd like to put in the background here, which I'll show you in a minute. But first I'm going to put DJ and then leave it blank, and you can put your name in there. Just a normal capital D there, then just put another capital D inside it, and you've got like bubble writing then, like graffiti style bubble writing. That's as easy as that for a D. J's a bit more tricky. That sort of shape there. Leave a gap for the main body of that letter coming down. And the same shape as a letter, still J shapes, you're just sort of doubling up, you're drawing it twice. And there is a nice space for your name. So now speakers in the background, massive speakers in the background. I'm drawing like a rectangle shape just behind that table. I don't have to draw all of it because some of it's hidden behind those DJ decks. Now to give this a 3D look, you just do a shorter line next to it. You'll like this. It's a good way of drawing a 3D shape. Just join that line, and look at this on the other side. There, it looks a bit 3D now, gives it a bit of perspective. And when we add some shading, it'll look even better. Now that shadow is underneath, just to show us it's bouncing off the ground. It's playing that music so loud. And it's making everything vibrate. So those lines are making it look like there's plenty of movement going on. Now this is quite good. You'll like this. These are the sort of where the music comes out of the speakers. Just draw a circle on the top and a circle underneath. Just fit whatever you can on there. And inside another circle. And this is the way speakers are set up. In a cartoon way, of course. And there's like a mesh in front of the speakers. So I'm going to draw over those lines I've just drawn. And it looks really detailed then. But all it is really is a circle with a lot of lines across it. But it gives a good effect. Again, especially when I start shading in a minute. So I'm getting quite a detailed cartoon there. I look forward to seeing what you've done. Now with your pens, coloured pencils, you can choose whatever colours you want again. Just complete freedom with that. Creating our own colouring books here really. Heavier shading down that one side because it's in the background. It's the shadows on it. The main face of that speaker is going to be lighter. And that side of it is going to be in the shade. Now I'm sort of doing a rounded shaded area at the bottom of that middle circle, and then starting heavier and going lighter for the outside. Let's watch that again. And don't you think that looks a bit 3D? So again, we're adding detail all the time to our cartoons. Not so important about that one, it's kind of obscured by the needles and the decks and everything. This can be any colour you like. Darker colours, black or grey, for the actual vinyl records. And a little bit of shading on the t-shirt. Maybe put a little pattern on the t-shirt if you like. And just a little bit of shading on there. Speakers are usually black or dark colours. Again, it's up to you. Put a little logo on the top of the baseball hat. And here's some little musical notes. If you can actually read music, which I can't, this will probably mean absolutely nothing to you, because I don't know, I'm just doing what I think are musical note shapes. So if you can read music, if you're that skilled, you can put some proper notes in there. Just some wires coming off the headphones, plugging in there somewhere, just for added detail again. I'm just putting any little bits and pieces. Don't forget to sign your work, as usual. I always say that you must have your name, but also put your name in there as well. It's truly your cartoon. So if you've got something you always wondered how you can draw it, or an easier way to draw it than you used to, then leave a comment and let me know, and we'll try and get around to it and make it a feature of one of our workshops. So give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next cartoon workshop.